Hello friends, once again, this is Adolfo Castañeda, the Director of Hispanic Education for Human Life International, and I welcome you to the second video out of 4 about chastity education. And now we center our attention on the problem of cohabitation, or living together without the benefit of marriage, or shacking up, as the popular saying goes. And then we ask the question, what is cohabitation before marriage against Catholic? Why is cohabitation, rather, before marriage against Catholic doctrine? Well, marriage is forever, and cohabitation, at least in the intention of the couple, is not forever. It's kind of a trial marriage. It's like putting love on trial. When love is not on trial, we are on trial. The sacrament of marriage also grants indispensable graces to live married with love, happiness, and open to children that cohabitation does not. Any arrangement outside of marriage does not grant any grace. On the contrary, it is living in sin. Married couples should be open to children, and cohabitating couples usually are not. In other words, and to say it bluntly, cohabitation is living in mortal sin. What are some statistics of cohabitating in the United States? Well, let me give you just a few which are very dreadful. 60% of those entering their first marriage are already cohabitating. That's a lot of people. 18 million Americans are cohabitating. And since 2007, cohabitation has increased by 75%. All of these are dreadful statistics, and they're really destroying marriage and destroying family, which is based on marriage in the United States and other countries that have liberalized their laws and are turned their back on God. Are cohabitating couples more likely to divorce after they get married? Yes, they are. Yes, they are. The Institute for Family Studies reports that there remains an increased risk for divorce for those living together prior to marriage, and that prior studies suggesting the effect has gone away had a bias toward short versus longer term effects. They find that living together before marriage is associated with lower odds of divorce in the first year of marriage, but it increases the odds of divorce in all other years tested, and this finding holds across the decades of data. Emphasis added. One study showed that cohabitation doubled one's chances of divorce. That's dreadful. Are cohabitating couples more likely to contracept? Well, cohabitating couples usually are most likely do not want to have children, so they contracept, or even sadly refer to abortion, although we must say that most contraceptives are abortifacients themselves. In any case, women can suffer the consequences of more contraceptives and IUDs, more contraceptives like the contraceptive pill, implants, injectables, the patch, and other things, and of course, aside from those intrauterine devices, IUDs, all of these, as I said, are harmful to women. For example, they can cause ectopic pregnancies, or they can cause, in the case of IUDs, or they can cause breast cancer. And they also, as I said, can provoke abortions in the early stages of pregnancy part of the time. So if you're using these, you're probably aborting once a month, a tiny little baby. But it's an abortion nonetheless. Contraceptives can fail, and the man may pressure the woman to abort. This happens very, very often. Would you want all this to happen to you or your child? When your child, becomes a young adult? On the other hand, married couples who practice natural family planning, NFP, have a divorce rate of about 5%. Any divorce is bad, but 5% is a low figure compared to contraceptive couples who have a divorce rate of about 50%. And when we mention these things, these evil things, these sins, we're not condemning anybody. We're inviting people to conversion, especially the sacrament of confession, and to receive the grace of God, the infinite mercy of God who's waiting for you in that sacrament for your true repentance, to shower in you all his love. So this is a message about hope, about conversion, about true repentance in order to obtain the mercy of God, and also the church has ministries of healing and reconciliation, especially for women and who have aborted and who are suffering, and also men who are suffering for this. Are there other problems with cohabitation? Yes. It's easy to walk away from a cohabitating situation. Usually the man walks away, especially when a woman gets pregnant. Cohabitation also devalues you as a person, because when you enter a cohabitating or a living together situation, you know that this is not necessarily forever. That this love, so-called love, is not forever, which is not love at all. So you're willing to be used by whoever you are shacking up with. So you're not respecting yourself as a person. And women especially tend to be more emotionally invested. So a breakup can lead to immense heartache. This is especially true for women, and also for men. Self-sacrificial love is what marriage is. Self-sacrificial love is what cohabitation is not. So cohabitation is not for true marriage, for true love, I should say. And also, we should not be selfish. Children need the stability and true love between and from their parents that marriage provides. Only marriage has the possibility of providing this atmosphere for children. Also, as I mentioned before, sacramental marriage provides the dispensable graces a couple needs to love for life and to be open to life and to be happy in this world and in the next. Well, friends, this is what I wanted to share with you regarding this issue of cohabitating. In the next two videos, this is the second out of 4, we're going to be talking about chastity in the case of young adults. So these are two important videos that kind of wrap up this whole issue. But there you have on your screen our contact info. You wish to communicate with us to find out about this topic or any other topic that we address in our YouTube channel, in our website, in our e-letters that we've published free of charge every week. You can contact me. It's in Spanish. You can contact me through my own email address that is located at the bottom of the screen. I invite you especially to visit our YouTube channel. As I said before, we have many videos, short videos like this one, there in both English and Spanish about all topics related to the defense of life and family. And of course, you have the all English website of Human Life International at the bottom of the screen at the right, www.hli.org. Many articles, podcasts, audios, videos about all the topics related to the defense of life and family. Thank you for your attention. May God bless you, and I invite you to watch the next two videos.